Scorpio, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading, going from the 27th through to the 3rd of December. King of Swords on your overall energy, Five of Cups on your karmic path. This is where you can turn a disappointment into success because the universe is coming together with the Six of Wands, and you've got your past connecting your future, which is the Ace of Pentacles. What have we got there? We got the Queen of Cups as well that's running through you. It must be making you very excited more than anything else. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune at the top. So within your relationship side, there's definitely something that it's turning failure into success in a way. This is what I feel like here. It's turning disappointment into a beautiful opportunity. Or don't let your disappointments of the past sort of affect you as you go forward, so you can open up nicely. On your financial side, a little different kettle of fish. A little different kettle of fish here. Oh, you got the Three of Swords at the top there. So you got the Devil card on the karmic path there. So the Devil is in the detail. So maybe it's a case of dealing with people that is around you, and you've got the Queen of Swords as well playing into it. So it's sort of like you're really in alignment with what you want and what you are, but you've got to sort of I think you've got to take the emotions out of the situation, basically. If you want to really get success in your life, I think this is where you need to do. I think you need to, we were talking before in the other week about sort of going slowly forward, sort of like unforeseen by other people and stuff like that. And I think this is where you've got to really bite your tongue in a way. And, you know, we were talking about digging deep, I think it was last week or the week before as well. This comes from that. And being you is really important. All of a sudden, once you start doing that, then you're going to find your directions in your life. So let's just have a look. We've got the King of Swords on the overall energy. I think you've understood huge amounts, and I think this wisdom now that is blowing through you may not necessarily correspond with everybody else that is around you. It may not correspond certainly within the business world, and I think that's because you're a step ahead of the rest more than anything else. On your karmic mission, as I said, you've got the Five of Cups here, and this is your karmic mission. So is your karmic mission to be disappointed? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it could well be. It could well be for some of you, but seeing the rest of the cards, I don't think it's like that. I think it's more of a case here that any disappointments in the past is now karmically being cleared, as it were, for you. You've got the universe that is offering you the Six of Wands, sorry, not the Six of Swords. And this is what I mean about turning sort of disappointment into success. I think you've already got this idea within you, and I think you've started on this journey of sort of going out there, playing on your luck, engaging physically with the people around you. I think you are that pentacle actually here, Scorpio. I think you're offering yourself up to the rest of the world in a way that's very productive, very sort of concrete, very sure, and also it just generating a lot from your past to your future. And the thing that's going through you at the moment, I think on your relationship side, is kind of sort of like, you know, have you ever seen cows when they come out the barn after a winter and then they get into the fresh green field? They're loppeting. We'll say lambs. That's much better, isn't it? Land. It's just that I had cows. Well, I didn't. My family had cows, and you know, I used to love those cows. Absolutely brilliant. But anyway, yeah, you've got this sort of like spring in you at the moment that's within inside you, and it's overflowing into everything that is around you. And because it's overflowing, this is what's creating a lot of luck for you. And I think this ties in beautifully with the Ace of Pentacles, and you're creating this luck with, if you take the attitude of I'm going to enjoy. No matter what, I'm going to enjoy. If you take that attitude there, that's when you're going to convert all your bad, all your sort of disappointments and stuff like that into some really positive action, into some positive direction in your life. And once you start doing that, that's when the universe is really going to sort of like help you out and really sort of like start motoring you through. And I don't think this is necessarily the week to find your one love, if you haven't found them already, if that's what you're looking for. I think it's a time to really find you in the society that is around you, within your friends, within your community, within your family, within everything that is around you. And it's almost as if like you're dancing this tango with life, and it's if you get into that tango and you get into the rhythm of the thing, you're going to do really, really well, Scorpio. Let's have a look on your financial side, on your work side. Now, you've got the devil there. The devil's in the detail. That's one of it. I think also you're being a little bit tested here. I think your metal's being tested. That's what I get out of it here more than anything else. Because I think that's what the devil's doing to you. I think it's testing you out here to see whether you've got the gumption to follow it through, to really go through to your success. And the universe here is sort of saying, quietly does it, keep on your path, make sure you just follow that sort of star that you have, that dream, that aspiration. And the universe is really encouraging you here, really sort of like one step ahead of you, just sort of kind of going, come on, Scorpio, it's okay, come on, come on, come on. And really sort of like encouraging you to put one foot in front of the other. Yes, I know it's a bit like going through the valley of the death. That's what it looks like. And that's what it may feel like. But it's when you're going through the valley, it's actually quite simple. It's a bit frightening, but there's only one path. In the valley of death, there's only one path through it, and that's your rebirth. And I think this is what you're building up to. In your past to your future, you get the moon card. This is where you are being you. You are following your destination. You are following your dream, or you should be. If you're not, I would start thinking about doing that if I was you. Really start sort of saying, what do I want to live? What do I want to experience? And now is the time to start putting that into action. Now you get the Queen of Swords as well. So that means you've got the King of Swords on the overall energies. And look what you've got running through you. You've got the Queen of Swords. You've got the Queen of Swords on this side. You've got the Queen of Cups on this side, with the King of Swords in the middle. That's really sort of giving you that wisdom and that sort of judgment about life, basically. I think the universe is, and energy is trying to sort of help you here by giving you a straightforward path. The difference between the King and the Queen, now the Queen is looking off this way. The King is looking straight ahead. So this is the overall energy. And this is what I mean about that. There is only one path to follow. I wouldn't get deviated on your path in regards to all of this. Now this Queen here also, she has judgment and wisdom, but it's built upon judgment and wisdom of her emotions, basically. And I think this is where you're being tested. By the end of the week, there's something coming in, if I can just pick up the card, there's something coming in that's testing you, I think, for this. And this is what this Three of Swords is all about. But you do have the Queen of Swords, who has complete control over her emotions. So by the end of the week, I think there's going to be a situation, could well be a person as well, within your entourage, within your workspace, within your job, your business, whatever it is. There could be a person that is in your entourage that's actually being a bit of a pain in the backside, let's put it that way. And you can't trigger on it, you can't bite on it. You don't bite on it, Scorpio. If you do, you risk to sort of get involved with that, and that's probably not what you want to do here more than anything else. I think you need to be. I think it needs to be a case where you need to be a lot more sort of candid with your emotions more than anything else. Okay. So let's just do a bit of clarification with the Light Seers card. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. There's loads of links in the description below where you can have a private reading with myself and a private healing session as well. There's also links to our sister channel, CYMATIC TV, and any which way you wish to support us through YouTube is absolutely brilliant, through liking, sharing, commenting, obviously subscribing and stuff like that. It really does help out for us. So thank you very much for being here, and I hope you get the best out of all of these sort of readings. With the King of Swords, you get justice. All about the swords, really, in regards to energy here. And I think if you follow that pathway, you're going to get your just desserts. You're going to do really well. You're going to find yourself in a position which is not only harmonious for you, but also very fortuitous for you. It rewards you because you've stayed on your path, because you've followed your path. It is a bit of a tight squeeze, I admit, but at the same time, I think it's worthwhile following it. With the 5 of Cups, you get the 7 of Swords. Playing smart. This is when you're noticing any sort of disappointments from the past or any sort of situations that come up that make you think of the disappointments that you might have had with any of your relationships in the past. And playing smart is kind of going, I'm not going to deal with it anymore. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to have this situation in my life anymore. I'm not going to be disappointed. I think this is where you can play smart, of realizing life's shortcomings in order to head off for life success. And the choice is there for you. And that's what the universe is trying to encourage you with. It's almost sort of saying the success is within your grasp. It is within your choice to make. And it's also very revealing, the 2 of Pentacles. It reveals something that is hidden. There's 1 pentacle that is hidden. You've got 1 pentacle which is exposed, which is that Ace of Pentacles. And I think the more you go down this path and the more you explore your wisdom and your sort of way of playing smart, is the more you will get the benefits from what you've put into life up to now. With the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is basically, as I said, I think this is possibly where you have realized a lot of things within yourself and you've engaged in life, and you are almost that sort of gift to life around you once you really start engaging in it. And the Knight of Pentacles is sort of saying now it's a time to actually put it down into practice. From what you've understood from the past, now is the time to put it into practice. Yeah, and I think the way in which you put it into practice is this Queen of Cups, this vibrant energy that you have in abundance, Scorpio, when you want it. And you get the 9 of Pentacles. It's a lot of pentacles going on down here. It's a very physical connection that you do have with life here, in a very good sense. The more you put out, the more success is going to come your way. The more possibilities are heading, that are on your path, basically. Yes, as I said, I think it's a little bit tight at the moment, and less so on your relationship side, much more on your financial side. But even still, I think once you stick to a plan that works, this is where you're going to get your rewards in regards to the relationships that are around you. With the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Temperance card. Yes, I think this is all about sort of turning disappointments into success. And that's what the Temperance card is about as well. It's turning night into day. It's making everything really clear. There is a degree of patience, and I do believe there is a degree of patience, not only with yourself, but with the world that is around you that you need to have. And I think you're very patient anyway. But I think it's not a patience waiting for it to happen. I think it's just more of a patience of patience in other people, just sort of kind of going, oh, well, they don't quite understand, don't worry about it. You know, I'm just going to enjoy my life. That sort of scenario there, I think, will be very, very generous to you in the coming future. Let's look at the Devil. What I say, walking in the valley of death. This is what it's all about. This new year for you has started, and it's now time to engage. And as you engage in that path, and that evident path that you're following down through your wisdom and through your judgment of the situation, with the King of Swords, the detail or the devil who is trying to sort of like deviate you from your path. You've got to remember that beautiful star, that dream that you should be chasing. And I think the devil can be temperance by you just keeping an eye on your path and following it, because that is what should be going through you at the moment. And if you do follow it, I think it's going to breed for you a lot of success. You got the Ace of Pentacles again. That's twice now. That is that pentacle shining like that star in that lantern of the Hermit card. It's following that pathway, which is going to lead you to. It's the starting of something new that's going to lead you to a lot of security. A lot of luck as well, and opening a lot of doors for you, I think, here, because you're going through this in a very unpresuming way about it. I wouldn't go, I wouldn't sing it from the treetops if I was you here. I would just concentrate on what success you want out of life, and that could be through your business, your job, your projects, whatever it is. Because you get the Six of Wands again. There is so much abundance here. The success is within you. That's what the Moon card is all about. That is you, the Moon card. You've got the Scorpion that is at the base there. And this Moon card is you. It's believing in you, believing in your own success that you are creating, because you're going about it in a very, very subtle way, I think. Very, very subtle way, and not a lot of people are going to get it, and I think you may cop a little bit of flack because of it, but generally I think you're going to be way out in the front. You got the Five of Swords with the Queen of Swords. Follow your pathway, have control over your emotions, and this is what it's saying here: do not get triggered. Do not get triggered by these people who are trying to test you. This is a bit of a test going on for you here, Scorpio, about you taking your path and following it, basically. Very mental week. But then again, you have all this air at the base as well, Scorpio. And because you have that air at your base, it really does sort of like drive your emotions occasionally, and this is where you've got to have control over that. As I said, walking down the valley of death is sometimes a little bit difficult for us to do, because sometimes we can't see the end, but you've got to keep plowing on here. And I think the direction you're going is ultimately bringing you the best of success. The Nine of Cups, that so wanted to come out. That's twice it's tried to jump out the pack here. I think this is it. I think if you don't react to it and then you have control over your emotions within the world around you, all of a sudden you get a lot of beautiful abundances around you. Beautiful possibilities that come to you because you haven't bitten upon it. Be very careful this week, Scorpio. You've done so well. Just don't get yourself sidetracked and diverted by that. It could even be a Capricorn. We're a little bit like that, us Capricorns. So, just be very wary of that if I was you going forward this week. There you go. We got the monthly readings coming out next week as well, so I'll see you there for that. Obviously, you're going to want to subscribe and click that bell in order to get there, so you get notifications on those readings that are coming out. I will speak to you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.